Alright everyone, so good morning and welcome back to another video. So today, hopefully I'm going to be able to teach you guys how to catch some really big squid off the beach. So I'm going to run over a few things like gear, location, weather, and hopefully we'll be able to produce some big squid this morning. Alright, so first things first, we'll go get down to the rocks and we'll check out our setup which we're going to be using. And we'll be using the float method for targeting these squid this morning. So we'll go down there and take a look. Float's gone under. Float's gone under. Okay, so first of all, let's run over the tackle which we're going to be using today. So when you're fishing off the beach, you want a really long rod. So that means you get the extra distance on the cast and you can get out to where the squid will be. So I recommend probably a 12-foot rod, and then reel, doesn't really matter, any reel. And I recommend 30-pound and above line. That's because when you're fishing off the shore, there's a lot of snags and there's not really a lot of ways you can go about getting them off apart from pulling them straight. So by using 30-pound line, you can kind of guarantee that you won't lose too many jigs. All right, so that's a quick rundown of the gear I use. So a 12-foot rod is what I recommend, and then 30-pound line. So now let's get into some jigs and beta jigs for what you actually put under the float. So now we're just gonna go over jigs and bait jigs. Mainly, if you can, try to use a silver whiting or something like that. A real bait works the best on the float. So if you use a silver whiting, you'll probably catch more. But today, all we're gonna be using is jigs. So just some white jigs, some black jigs. We'll probably have one of each out there just to mix it up and use like a white and a black, so completely opposite jigs just to cover all grounds. So we'll send a couple of jigs out there now, and then I'll talk about the area and the location of where you want to fish when you're trying to catch squid off the beach. Alright, so the method I'm using today is very simple way of float fishing. So just a float on the top, and then we follow that up with a little ball sinker. Now all that does is keep the squid jig close to the weedy bottom. If there's a bit of current or if there's a bit of wind, then the jig might try flick up and it won't be near the bottom. So by having that little sinker there, we just make sure that we keep the jig near the bottom. Now this is the fun part, the wait. With squid, sometimes it takes a while for them to come in, so always the fun part, just waiting for it to happen. Always happens when you're not expecting it. Float went under. We've got one. Yes, we've actually got one. I was just letting more line out. We've got one. Good squid too. Oh yes. This is a cracker, yes. So all I was doing is just floating this out just along this sand and weed line as I was telling you guys, and we've actually got a squid on. Just gonna get him on the other side of this float here and we'll bring him in from this side. Didn't take very long, probably been here 10 minutes. With squid, you don't want to rush them, you just want to bring them in nice and slowly so you don't rip any tentacles off. There's a lot of weight to this squid, I have a feeling it's a big one. He's a massive squid. Oh wow. Look at that! Look at this! Oh, look at this one! Massive donkey! I thought we were in for a chance, but I didn't know about massive squid like this. Look at him! You've got to be kidding! The jig is hooked perfectly in there as well. That is a massive squid off the beach. Have a look at this fella right here. Massive, massive squid off the beach. Woo. What a beast. 44 centimeter hood on this squid. What a giant. That's literally one of my biggest squid ever. And it's off the beach. All right, that was awesome. So one of the first things we want to do is get this float straight back out there in the same spot, just in case there's any more. Right back out there. Awesome stuff. Now here's a look at the location which I chose to fish today. Now the main thing you're looking for is seaweed. As long as there's seaweed around and the water's fairly deep, then you've got a shot for squid. But the reason I chose this spot is because there's sand to the left, patchy sand with patchy weed. And then to the right, it goes to a really thick weed bed. So that's always a really good area where squid breed and hunt. So target your efforts mainly around weed, and if you can, patchy bottom as well. Float's gone under. Float's gone under. Yep, we got one. Yes. Oh, I just spotted it from up there. The float went under. And I've just jumped off the rock, flown down here. This one was a bit further out than the last one. But still, that's the second squid. And they've both been on the white jigs. Oh, it's way out there, look at that. Oh God, it's ages out there. So, also what I'm gonna do, now that I know that they're taking white jigs, I'm gonna swap that black jig out and put another white one on. This feels like another good squid as well. Hopefully we can get him up. We've already had a good day. I wouldn't even be mad if we didn't get any more. 2 squid on the float method, and it's the first time I've ever fished this beach to try catch squid. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but my other float is like 150 meters out on a weed bed out there by its own. So that one has a good chance of picking up a squid as well, since it's on its own separate weed bed. This is another solid squid. Hopefully we can get him up. Here he comes. You can just see him coming in out there. Another good medium-sized one, not a monster like the first one. Oh, he's still a good squid. Look at that. He's still a very good squid, actually. He's bigger than what I thought. Oh, solid. Very, very solid, this one. So the 2 squid we have got have been good size. Oh. So hopefully you guys are learning something from this video and can go out there and catch some of your own quality squid like that. That's another 30+ centimeter hood squid. So that's a big squid. It's just compared to that last one, it doesn't look that big. Anyway guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. So we ended up with 5 squid total and some absolute horses. I didn't think today was gonna be this good a day for fishing, but yeah, we ended up with those 5 massive squid. So it couldn't have been a better day, to be honest. And probably it was one of my best days ever land-based squid fishing. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. The other one might have one on as well. It does. Oh my God, this is chaos. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, it got off. No. This is huge. This is the biggest squid of the day, this one.